say hi another time.
Hello, everybody. How y'all doing?
Good. How are you? Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday to you.
First Sunday of 2022.
Yes. I'm excited because it's a lot of new things happening this year.
Oh, I know. 22 is going to be great.
I believe so. I truly believe so. So we have Angel on with us today. How you
Yes.
doing, Pooh?
Good.
And Tanya's daughter is here. She's in the background. So Angel is not alone.
No. Angel,
She's
you
not.
look gorgeous today. You slayed that baby hair and did that
Yes,
little
I did.
side. You working that
Yeah.
pony, girl. You look
Thank
cute.
you.
So today we're doing a vision board party, and I'm glad everybody came. So look, it's the new year. I brought all kind of party stuff, all the horns and the. Okay, so I had these from last year, but it's just gonna work, right? And I did this, like, you know, huh?
I said this working. Go ahead.
It works. But I had a light, right? One of those fancy hat lights, but when I put it on in the camera, it just you couldn't see it. So I'm like, I might as well just take it off. Why ruin my bun for no reason?
No.
Hello, everybody. First of all, Happy New Year.
Yes.
That's first things first, and our what am I trying to say, Tanya?
What we're doing today is that
Our icebreaker.
Oh, the icebreaker. Okay.
Our icebreaker today is basically going to be talking about how did you spend your new year? How did you bring it in? You can comment in the chat. How did you decide to bring in the new year in? Angel, let's start with you since you are our guest.
I mean, you mean like?
Yeah, what did you do? Like, did you go out to party? Did you stay home?
I just stayed home and chilled.
Good. I know your mother was very happy because it's dangerous out in those streets. So I'm sure she was very happy.
Yeah,
I'm sure she was too.
Tanya, what did you guys do?
We were all home. And I was upstairs. I got sucked into watching Cobra Kai. And
I love Cobra Kai.
Oh my goodness, Makila. I usually watch the ball drop and everything. And I heard that Andy Cohen and the other Andy, they were really good. Andrew Cooper Anderson, I'm sorry. But I missed all of that because I was watching Cobra Kai. So by the time I looked up, I had started getting Happy New Year texts. I'm like, what? I had missed
Are you serious? Okay, so did you think Cobra Kai was kind of corny?
I mean, it always is corny.
It is.
But I feel sucks you in.
It does. It's a weird thing. But Cobra Kai, we got to make a whole different thing because everybody is just traitors. And where's the trust that on this show? I mean, they done flip-flop so much.
I know. People are hard throwing you in snake picks. And the next thing you know, they he's going soft.
Exactly. What happened? So I pretty much spent the new year at home as well. I didn't do too much. Watched with my daughter. And, we just made some little things to snack on. I made a fruit tray. I made a couple of different types of shrimp, some stir-fried shrimp, some batter shrimp. And we just kicked it at home and just watched TV, brought in the new year that way. That was all we did.
That's good.
So we asked everybody, if you will, click the share button. Hit the like button. Please share the podcast. And today we're going to be talking about vision boards. But before we go into all of that, where are we going today, ladies?
We're going all the way there.
All the way there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where are we going today? All the way there. Let's go.
Hey, y'all. So, what exactly is a vision board? You know what's so funny is I've been doing vision boards since I've been a little girl, but nobody who knew that this would be a real big thing later on in life. I will always hang up different things that I wanted as a child. Um, Not really. It was because I wanted as a child, you hang it up because you admire it. It's something that you want to do, not looking at it as me keeping my eyes on the prize. I didn't look at it that way. I just looked at it as one. Does it make sense? I didn't have the deep meaning behind it. It was just like one day I'm gonna have that, and I would hang it up. And I remember I worked at a bank, and it was a specific card that I wanted, and I hung it up in my teller booth. And every time somebody would come to my teller booth, they'd be like, "What kind of car is that?" And I don't know if everybody remember. I was young. It was like the Saturn. It was the 3-door Saturn. It was sports, and I was like, "Oh, one day I'm gonna drive that car," because that was a big deal to me, right? And it was the first sport car that they had came out with. And that next year, not even thinking about the fact that they had been hanging up in my cubicle all year, I went to the dealership and bought my first car, and it was 3-door. It was black gold, and it had sunroof, and you couldn't tell me nothing. And one of my girlfriends was like, "You finally got that car, huh?" And I'm like, "I did," not even thinking about it hanging up in my thing. But yeah, I've been at this a long time. But you know what I like, that people hang their things up no matter how you do it. If you go online and look up vision boards, it's so many different ways you can do them. Um, some of them were so crowded that I just couldn't even think straight. I probably would not stay focused if I had a ton of things on my board like some of those vision boards had. But nonetheless, the board should be the way that you want it to be so you can stay focused.
Mm-hmm.
So, what exactly is a vision board?
I don't know, but Keela, can I say I remember you getting your Saturn? I
You
remember.
do?
Yes, because
You
we're a Word of Faith, and we came out or something. We were all looking at your car, and it was
Yes.
very cute, like you said. I remember that.
It was 40, girl. You couldn't tell me nothing. I was like, I've made it. I didn't went to the dealership and bought my own car. I didn't have my parents. It was everything. But so let's talk about what a vision board is. So, a vision board is a visual representation of the things that you want to have in life. Vision boards work by programming the part of the brain responsible for attention, direct activating systems. By focusing your mind to the things you want in your life, you are able to see new ways to achieve these things in reality. The simple act of writing down your goals make you much more likely to accomplish them, and that's basically what a vision board is. Now, we all know there's a famous scripture for the vision, and Habakkuk 2:2 and 3. Write the vision and make it plain. So basically, if you read it, you run with it. And that's what the scripture says. So, vision's they've been in line since the beginning of time. You know what I'm saying? So people always want to design these scriptures, but basically they be saying the same thing. But you can believe in whatever you want to believe in. The universe, God, it all works the same. So who I don't know who. Anyway, we're gonna go
I
on.
don't know
So
either, Keila. I don't know either.
okay,
I think we know what you're talking about. Yeah.
okay. So
Mhm.
let's talk about the vision board. Is it anything, and we don't have to get too personal, because I know sometimes I could get real deep and personal with my vision board. But is there anything specific you guys want on your vision boards that you want to talk about? Like Angel, my baby, what do you have anything specific you want to put on your board?
You want me to show it?
You can show it or talk about it. Like, what's something that you want to accomplish for 2022?
So I got 2.
Oh, well, you got fancy. Okay. Okay, tell us about it. Tell us a little bit about it.
So, hold on.
I see a Cadillac on there.
Keila, am I freezing? Do you
What?
know? I don't know if it's you that keep freezing or if it's me. I can't tell if it's my system.
Okay, you're not freezing, but I noticed my daughter's freezing, and it's probably because we're working on the same Wi-Fi, is what I'm
Okay, got
thinking.
it. Okay.
He's just in another part of the house.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay, so
cool.
I have
Okay.
traveled
Okay.
because even though COVID and stuff is going on, I do like eventually once it kind of calms down, like I still want to travel.
Okay.
And I also wrote, like I love Paris on here because eventually I do want to go to Paris, but just to show the significance of like that is somewhere that I want to go. I put secure the bag, secure the money, because that's what we gonna do. Secure the bag all
Secure the
2022.
bag, sis. Secure
Yes.
the bag.
Yes.
And then I got my like the vlogging, since I'm doing YouTube now. And like that's something I'm gonna try to focus on a lot more because that is something that I want to do. And then I got the good old caddy. I'm gonna get my black on black Cadillac.
Okay.
And then ace that test, which goes into this one.
Okay.
So I got like graduating because I want to finish college to be a dental hygienist. So that's something that I really want to accomplish and do. So I got like focus and finish good life, because if I graduate the college and I get that paper and the dental hygiene, I'm gonna be living that good life.
Okay.
Then I got like the little salad because like I'm gonna try to be like a little bit more healthier and
Okay.
work out more and expect something special. And then I put like joy on here
Mm-hmm.
because like you have to expect it, you have to speak it into existence or it's not going to happen. And then
Okay.
joy, like enjoy, because that's what I want to do. I want to enjoy life because I'm too young to be stressing.
Okay. I'm
Go.
here for it. I'm here for it, little girl. I'm here for it.
That's it.
I will say this. I remember the first Cadillac I had. And I remember my daughter saying, I want to drive a Cadillac. I want to drive a Cadillac. And I remember a person saying to her, you know how much those cars cost, blah, blah, blah. This is my thing. When we were growing up and when we were younger, people work for these companies and they couldn't afford a car or never even went to even look to see if they could afford a car, but always wanted to drive one. If you set your mind towards something, you can drive whatever you want at any age. If you have the money for it, you can drive it. So I'm not for that. You got to wait till you 50 to drive a Cadillac. If you got the money for it and it's your desire, drive it. So don't let people put that in your brain. I never forget a guy saying, I would love to drive one of those, but I can't afford it. I'm like, have you ever went to the dealership to even price one? And he said, no, I just know they're expensive. I was like, well, how do you know you can't afford it? And he was like, well, I don't know. I'm like, right. So, sometimes people just put stuff in their head. So, Tanya, let's talk about yours.
Okay, so here's the deal. So when you were talking, Keela, it just refreshed my mind to when I was younger. I had same thing, posters, everything up in my room, basically, of what I wanted to do, what I wanted to be, how I wanted my wedding to be, and the husband, girl. I'm not gonna even tell you who that was at the time. It was
Okay.
but I was all set too. And so now when we bring it to 2022, I'm wondering, should this vision be for just 2022 or should we just expand it past the year 2022? So I have like a lot of different clippings because I started going through magazines last night and I was just feeling real inspired. So the first thing, and you guys see my name, Tanya, also known as 50 by 50. So I wanted to put this on my vision board. It's me in a bikini, 50 by 50, May 20th. And I've started that right now. So I hope I'm down. I have some things that I just wanted to just remind myself of throughout the year. Those who are happiest are those who do the most for others. So I want to put this on my vision board. I'm going to continue to stay in the vein that I'm in now because I may not be able to give materialistically to people, but I do believe in sowing into people's lives, whether it's with a
That's
smile or a
right.
kind word. So this is part of my vision, just to continuously do that, and especially when it comes to how I like to edify and nourish people. So if I run into someone, I just want to make them feel good about the one thing that they do well and not harp on the many things that they may not do right. So that's part of my vision. I want to be a 5-star professional in what I do. I enjoy what I do now at work. So that's going to be something I put on there. I need some balance because I don't always have the balance. So I need to put this up, look this, and make this plain before me too, to balance out my life as far as my work and my family and everything else. Believe in your game. I need to believe in my game. I want to do. And I could just go on and on. I'm ready for like Angel her caddy. I'm ready for my aid. I'm ready for a new home.
Yes.
Oh, I could go on. But I'm mostly excited too about what 22 has.
I love that. I love that. So, you know, when people think about their visions, it could be as expanded as far as what you want to do in your business, your family. Like Tanya even talked about like having her husband on there. I haven't put a husband's per se on my board, but maybe I will. I will put you know, the good qualities of a person that you're looking for. You know, I don't want to stick a specific looking person up there because then I don't want to miss the mark. But what I'm saying is specific qualities that you're looking for in a mate. I've never even thought to put that on the board, but that's a good thing. Vanessa says, put the husband. Vanessa, I'm going to put the husband. You know, it's funny because my daughter's dad, whom I've known since I have been 12 years old, I didn't put him on a vision board, but I did tell him in the 7th grade he was going to be my husband, and that came to pass. So maybe I will put the husband on the board. So my mom says Keela kept a vision board since she was a teenager. We don't know where she got it from because we didn't do that. It was amazing to watch her put X's on that board that came to pass. The board really works. Yes, it does. And I don't know where I got it from. It was just something I just wanted to do. Now, I have a lot of goals for, well, Tanya and I both, I'm not going to say me, Tanya and I both have a lot of goals for the podcast. And taking some class. Tanya, what is that, a man?
Is that Big Sean?
Yes, it is. I'm gonna get this to you, Keela, so you can put this on your board for your husband.
Now, Big Sean a little too young for me, but I'll take his picture in place of a husband. I'll just put husband next to it.
Okay. Okay, go on. I'm sorry.
We have, you know, just some goals that we want to reach for the podcast. So I'm going to have 2 vision boards. The podcast board per se is not on here just yet, but some of the things I just did for display here because my boards are normally pretty personal. I put, you know, the travel joy because, you know, we are coming out of COVID. Well, we're not really coming out of COVID, but what I'm saying is I am really ready to travel to some safe places. Go big and go bold. One thing about me is I am an extrovert. If people who know me in person, it was certain things that I would not do on Facebook. So that picture I put up the other day, my mother, she almost passed out. But that was part of my go big and go bold because I would have never in a million years put a picture like that on Facebook. My daughter actually took that picture of me, and I thought it was very cute. That's probably about as much revealed as it'll get for me. But that was my go big or go bold for January of 2022. Everybody knows I love to dress. So I put all decked out. I'm gonna be, and this is all decked out in all areas. Like I'm gonna be getting, increasing my wardrobe and just. Vanessa said something earlier, and she basically was saying, and I'm kind of paraphrasing, but do it big, basically, and that's what we're doing this year. Me and Tanya doing some different things with the podcast. We're doing it big. You want to put you want to put some things out there. You want to look like you're professional, like she said earlier. We're doing it big. We're not gonna look like we just starting out, because we're not just starting out. We're going all the way there this year. Now, I did put this for the podcast to have a successful podcast on here. That is on this board. We're going to the next level. As people can see, go big or stay home. Yes. And you know, Vanessa, what's so funny about that statement? Because before I really wanted to go big, I used to be like, I really do want to stay home. So that was never an encouraging statement for me. But go big or stay home. At this point in life, we're going to go big because we're not staying home. And eating well, everybody know I pretty much stay on the eat well path anyway. But it is always something that you can continually remind yourself of, no matter what stage you are in life with this. Everybody who pretty much know me knows what my diet is like. So I'm going to still stay encouraged with that. And of course, I put the weights and all that good stuff on here. And I have some other things that are in the background. Now, to get started with your vision board, if you are watching, I just got glue, Sharpies. I got all kind of different Sharpies. Some people have colors. I even borrowed magazines because I have refused to go and buy magazines. But you don't have anybody, because nobody really subscribed to magazines anymore. I just borrowed. I text people and was like, do you have magazines that you do not use? And they were glad to get rid of them and give them to me. Otherwise, just go to this. I mean, and magazines are expensive nowadays because nobody really subscribed to them. So check around with your friends. People are always getting rid of newspapers and all of that good stuff. I went to the dollar store to get most of these things, some scissors, all of that great stuff, and just map out what you want for 2022. It doesn't have to necessarily be 2022. You definitely could go further than that. Like my daughter, who put her graduation, she will not be graduating this year because of the year of the college that she's in. But the point I'm saying is, it's still a goal. So you want to put things that you want to reach and remind yourself, and hang the vision board in a place, because let me tell you, how many people make a vision board and then it goes behind the dresser or the bed, or it falls down to the side of somewhere and you just hang it back up? Hang the vision board up in a place where you can see it. Now, because my board is a little bit more personal, my board normally stays in my room, but it is in a place where I can see it every day. Jackie says it's my first vision board. Jackie, what are some of the things you're going to put on your vision board? You don't have to tell us your personal stuff, but I want to hear what people are talking about.
Yeah,
I'm going to do one. I like that. Vanessa, you're going to do one too? Yeah. Let's talk about what are some of the things you guys believe in for this year? Like, I'm going to, and then for me, good advice, putting it where you can see it. Definitely put it where you can see it every single day. So mine goes actually is literally on my nightstand. It's gonna go on my nightstand. And one of those, remember those things that you would put people displayed the pictures in, or
the easel? An easel?
Yeah, it's gonna go on one of those. And I'm just gonna put it on my because I don't have a really big one this year, but I am making two. One for the podcast and one for this, but it's definitely gonna go. You know what? I'm putting Meg Thee Stallion on my vision board. Well,
that's
hey,
hilarious. That
works. Time to put on mine, so I guess Meg can go on there.
That works. But I like the idea too, Kelly. You said of keeping two, because the one that I'm doing with the 50 by 50 in my house, that'll stay here. But the one as far as the vision for our show and for what I want professionally, I'll take that one to work and put that up somewhere at work.
Yeah, that'll be great. So
keep it right there in my face, so I'll know. Especially that being professional, 5-star professional, because sometimes I don't bring that at work.
Tanya, you are always professional though. I've been knowing you for 25 years. Travel goals and to increase income. increasing income is always great. I always want to increase some income. You know, we have some things that Tanya and I are working on, as far as sponsorship. We actually do have two people who reached out to us for sponsorship, but we want to have residual income too, with the podcast, because it's great to do this as a passion, but it's wonderful to have some money coming in. I'll take that too. That's not always a good thing. And Tanya, when you think about the future, like you have 5 children, do you encourage your babies to stay focused on certain things?
Oh yes, and they encourage, me as well. But you know that the little one was down here ready to make her vision board, but she just disappeared. Oh, she's over there. But I do, yeah, I encourage them to make it plain, just as if like applying for colleges, the schools that they wanted to go to. They visualize themselves there, because I have twins that are at Detroit Country Day, and I was
Okay.
thinking that was just not going to happen because of the tuition at Country Day. But they called it out. They visualized themselves there, and it's happening for them now. And it was nothing
That,
but the grace of God. So it was vision, and just
see?
the things to come too. Even like with my youngest son playing hockey, put his vision out there that he wants to play, go to juniors, go to different levels, play at college, and it's happening for him now. He's a junior in high school now, but we know that it's going to happen because his skills are increasing like every single time. So he's visualizing that. Kevin, my oldest son, he visualizing himself playing football, and he's doing it. He's working out every day. So yeah, I think if they see us as adults doing those things, visualizing it, just you train them up, they'll start doing it too.
That
Like
is
Angel,
very
and I see Angel in Paris. I see
yes,
Angel, whatever dentist office she's in, we're coming to you, Angel. So
Yes.
you're going to bring that, you're going to show that dentist favor, because all the people that we know will be coming to you. So yeah.
yes. Send, and she can buy me better gifts. My daughter buy good gifts. Look, I have okay, so let's read some comments. So Vanessa says, I am releasing my first sci-fi novel. Been intimidated by the genre. I do a live show per quarter. I will be back in a size 8. Okay. My
Vanessa,
50th
we are
birthday.
together. Come
My
on, Vanessa.
50th birthday in March. Okay, you and Tanya both got the big 50 this year. I will release a total of 3. Um, I'm assuming that's books in 2022. I Need a Man brand merchandise and ebook. She just also came out with a book, guys, which is also called I Need a Man. And she had a play done at her book release party too. I will meet husband this year. Period. Period. I know that's right. That's gonna happen. You know, my daughter, we always have these little side conversations. You know, the other day she told me, well, this probably would have been about almost 2 weeks now. She said, Mom, basically you need to just, you can't have anybody who got time for Facebook. So guys that's on Facebook are
Stop.
not an
Don't tell
option.
people that. You about to make some people angry.
Hey, it is what it is. Basically, a man that's got too much time for Facebook ain't doing nothing else, is what she
I
said.
feel
And
like
that's the
social media, period.
That's their,
period. A man has got too much time for social media. And that's an 18-year-old talking. So I'm gonna take my baby's advice. Um, listen, finish tracing my family tree. That's a good one. Okay, and I hope I'm pronouncing it right, Yolanda. I have a planner with a vision page. Is that okay, or do I need to a poster board? No.
Yolanda.
If you have planner with a vision page, whatever it is that you look at, it's no wrong or right way to do it. Just make sure that you are looking at it every day to remind
I
yourself
feel like,
of what your goals. Go ahead.
yeah, I feel like as long as you got it down on a piece of paper and it's something that you could look at and see every day, if you're a good note taker, then you should be fine.
Yeah.
Even if you're keeping it on your phone.
Yeah, I agree. So, like for me, keeping it in my phone is not good because it's only certain
Oh
things I
yeah.
go for me. But somebody else, like you, the younger kids, they may be good with keeping that stuff on phone in the phone. But I think that would actually be perfectly fine. Just make sure that you commit to looking at it daily. I'm visualizing opening my gun store and leaving a DPD. Okay, so I think that's I like that. I can actually see you with a gun store. We will be in there.
Hold on. To what Vanessa said, saying some men make money on social media, that's what I was gonna say. That's an exception. If you're making money on social media, that's fine. I just feel like if someone takes the time to just dedicate, like, I don't know. Me, I like my boyfriend to be at work all day.
Angel like money. But I think I get what you're saying. I get what Vanessa's saying to make it very clear.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're making money on social media, that is totally who she's not talking to. I think she's talking about the ones that sit on there all day just dilly-dallying. Um um and which makes sense because normally those guys really don't be having any substance to them. So I kind of laughed when she said it. I have a vision reading. I read every day. I also add to them often. That's great, Crystal.
Can you share one with us, Crystal, just so we'll know, like one of your visions? And I think it's good too to share with some people, maybe not all, but someone that can line their faith up with yours, so that and someone that you can celebrate with when you put that X or check off on your visions too.
Yes.
Share.
And somebody who's gonna keep you on a straight and narrow, because when I very first started writing my book, and I don't even want to say that with Vanessa on this line. Don't attack me like Tanisha. She will always be like, "Did you finish? Did you do this? Did you do that?" And I think she got tired of me. But then we started doing the podcast, and I have to focus on one task at a time. So the book did take a back seat, but the book will be complete. And Vanessa said yes. If he's just playing around, no. Yes, that's basically what she meant. Somebody that's just sitting on the Facebook dilly-dallying every day. So you guys can share some of your other things with us. I also feel like when you are writing these things down, you stay focused. Like the definition said, you stay focused more. You have to see yourself obtaining some of these things. So like you can't say, okay, I want to get a car. Now my daughter will tell you, since she's been a baby, anytime I set my eyes on a car, and I know some people be like, those are material things. I love cars. Anybody who know me know that I love car. I'm a car person. I'm going to go to that lot so much that the people just hand me the keys. I'm not even exaggerating. They'll be like, hey, Miss Brinley, you coming to test drive again? And they will literally hand me the keys. They don't take my license. That's how much I go and see myself driving in a vehicle. I will drive up and down Grand River. I take my daughter with me. I take my friends with me. I didn't went and got my mom and them and say, let's go drive in this car. Let's go see what we look like. Now, I'm gonna tell you, I wanted a car for so long. It's an Italian car. And I had kept saying I wanted this car over and over. And I'm talking about for like 2 or 3 years. And I finally decided to go and take a test drive in this car, right? And when I got in the car, it felt like I was driving in a goat cart. I could not believe that this $100,000 car felt like I was just driving on air. Like if a really good wind had came through, it was going to just blow me away. But I'm saying that to say that sometime go visit these places. You want a new house? Go to new development areas. Go to areas you think you want to live in. Drive in the neighborhoods during the day when the kids are supposed to be outside. Go to the places that you visualize so you can actually say, wait a minute, maybe this is not exactly what I want. Maybe this is. You have to go touch it. You have to go feel it. You have to go see what it's like for you to even be sitting. I took so many pictures in that Cadillac before I bought it. People, when I got it, they were like, oh, I already thought you was driving one. What was you posting on social media? That was just me playing. I didn't have it yet. But yes, Vanessa, you want to be around what you want. You really do. And then like you also said something earlier too. If it's something you want as far as advancing your business, you have to put in the work, do the classes, go link up, like Tanya said, with somebody who may know the business of what you're trying to go to. Vanessa, you also said that on your live earlier today. And I love that information because that is important as well. Just like we are doing podcasts, I'm always on podcast pages. And I don't want to use the word lurking, but just seeing what are other people doing, people who have really high followers. What are they doing on their podcast? What's making them stand out? We need to do some of these things. So what I love, about our dynamic here at All the Way There podcast, me and Tanya, we've been knowing each other probably like 20. I was what 21 or 21 when I met you.
24 years. About 23 years.
Yeah, probably. I'm thinking longer than that because we're in my wedding. So
oh, and I've been married for 22 years. So let's say like 25 plus.
Yeah, so about 25. We were in each other's weddings. So I'm thinking, I got married at 24 when I just had turned 20. So about 25 years we've been knowing each other. And what I like about this is we know each other well enough. Some people like don't do business with friends. But when you have a person who's going to push you, your friends should make you better. And that's why vision boards are so important, because she can confide in me in some things she believes in for. And I am going to pray for some things and she could call me up. You need people, like she said earlier, who's going to help you stay focused. And, like, okay, Tanya, I'm not trying to judge or nothing, but didn't you say 50 by 50? You know what I'm saying? Like, and a perfect example. We were all going out to dinner last week and she texted us in the chat and was like, well, let's not choose there because I'm trying to eat healthy. Now, on the other end of the thing, I was like, I really want to eat there. But guess what? As her friend, I'm like, okay, let's go get a salad.
Yes, we did. And I appreciate that. And let me just say, do not go to the dollar store and get your glue, because I'm over here like, you see me working, nothing, stick it to the board. So now I'm over here thinking I'm throwing down on my board and everything just falling off. But anyway,
they do have Elmer's at the dollar store.
The one I went to. I'm thinking I'm throwing down. Anyway.
Okay, so my mom says, Angel, how often do you think you should update a vision board, or is once a year enough?
I feel like you can update it. Like throughout. Once, like when you're crossing stuff off, or when you're like learning, like, okay, I got this done, or I'm going to get this done. Or sometimes, you come up with something and you're like, actually, this is something else that I want to accomplish. And then you can add that. I feel like just making a vision board, every time you make a vision board every year, it's just basically you're updating it. Like you're changing what you want to do and what else you want to accomplish later in the year. Because sometimes you might not accomplish it that year, but you can always like just keep pushing it so that you will accomplish it eventually. Something to help you.
And as Angel was talking, I just saw like people just making like a vision checklist, because I'm into my checklist. But if you just get like a poster board and some glue out from the dollar store, and not from the dollar store, right? And just put start like a whole check and just put a picture of what you want, and you could really visualize it then. And as you get it, check it off. And that's a good way to keep a vision board too, because you might not be craftsy to where people lay it out like a collage and it looks beautiful. Because I did go on to I Google vision boards, and some people really get elaborate with them. They look really good. But if your mind may not look that good, then just draw a box and check off and find some pictures. And as you get it, just check it off. And I agree with Angel. If it's something that you want, to put it on there. But if you don't beat yourself up.
Right.
Do one again for maybe the second period of this year, starting in June. Put it back on there. Or maybe do one for the seasons. Winter, spring, summer, fall.
Because things are constantly changing. And like I said, I had that car on my board for the longest and finally went to drive it and decided that it was just not what I wanted.
That's hilarious.
Yes. And then when I got in the car, I was, girl, I'm driving down Woodward. I'm like, I can't believe I wasted all of this time on this car.
I'm here for it.
I know, right? So I drove that car back, and went back to the Cadillac dealership and got another Cadillac. So my thing is, you gotta know what you're doing out here. We didn't want to be before you long. We are so glad you guys came to the party, but things we want to recap. Everybody's gonna recap with something. My first one is to make sure your vision board, your vision notes, like Yolanda said, is somewhere where you could see them daily, read them daily, read them out loud, hear yourself saying them, see yourself doing them. And if it's a place, I mean, of course, everybody can't fly to Paris and say, I want to go to Paris and see what that's like for my vision board. Once you go to Paris, you'll be going to Paris. But the point I'm saying is, if there's a car or a house or whatever, go to those neighborhoods, go to that dealership, and just see yourself in some of those things. Start exploring business. If it's business opportunities you're trying to pursue, start googling, start reading, start getting into some of those things, so you could see, is this something that I actually could see myself doing. And that will help you stay focused, and it may encourage you and light a fire up under you never know. So Tanya, was anything you can add?
Oh, no, let's let Angel go. And I think we need to
Okay,
wrap around
Angel.
this because we asked people to share too. And let's
Mm-hmm.
be honest now. So love you too, Grams. Love you so much. My family loved you guys. And
Aw.
Crystal seeing so many of my friends I've had from 40 to 60 years having strong health issues. The vision of continued good health is important. And if you don't have it, your other visions will not matter. Oh my goodness,
Mm.
that is so true.
That
That is
is
true.
deep too.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's pretty deep.
A vision of good health, that is a good vision to have. And to
Yes.
keep my mental and body health in check so that I can continue to follow my dreams.
Yes, I love that. And we all know Crystal is healthy, because if y'all seen her driving down Telegraph and how she hops out her car, I would have never thought when she told me her age, I would have never thought, because Crystal be on the move. And I'm gonna just
She
say,
she has energy for days.
she got
She has
energy. She got
days.
energy. So Angel, you want to add anything?
Um, I don't know. The only thing I really have to say, like, make sure for vision, like for your vision board, or just a mental goal for yourself should be like take like self care for this year, because 2020 and 2021 was also, like, it was a rocky year for a lot of people. And unfortunately, COVID and other diseases, like, it took a lot of people away from people. So I feel like
Mhm.
self-care should really be a really big thing. And just mental health as well, like, shouldn't be afraid to take that 1 week off to just really take care of your mind, because that's what you need to do. So that should be another thing, because I'm just like piggybacking off of like what Crystal said. you know you have, like, a lot of friends who you know been having like issues, like, health issues. You want to make sure that you're also like taking care of your mental health, and also like checking on those people and letting them know that they also need to take care of themselves as well. And that's really the only thing that I have to add.
I love that.
That's a good addition.
It is. Vanessa says, I love her. She should do a vision board for teens. She should,
Really
Vanessa.
should.
I'm
You
going to
really should.
encourage her and Tanya daughters are all in the same age group. Maybe we can get them to do that. We're gonna do that. I hope Lana Bear is listening to me in the background.
He's somewhere over there. But what I admire about Angel and like their age group is that they get what we didn't. They don't mind
Mm-hmm.
saying no. They do not.
Mm-hmm.
In a minute, they'll tell you no, what they don't feel like doing, what they're not going to do, and it's not in a disrespectful way, but it's in a way that we can respect.
Yes.
So I do. Yep, I admire that. And I would
I
also add, for you agree, Keela? You agree?
yes, I do agree.
And make your vision something like obtainable. Like, don't say I want to be a billionaire when you know right now you're probably just a thousandaire. because you're gonna do it's just
or
stress
or
yourself.
or 100 air.
Right. You completely stress yourself out and knowing the difference between like a vision and a dream. Yeah. Just keep it
Okay.
real.
Vanessa says it is needed. Oh God, it is needed. Yes. So we're gonna get on them, and we're gonna see if we could get that done. For teens. And it's the beginning of the year. We got some things planned out. This is the perfect time for people to start setting the stage for what they want their year to look like. Just like in the morning, when you get up in the morning, I don't know about everybody else, but everybody should have some type of morning routine that they do. And mine recently have been starting out in maybe the last month and a half, maybe 2 months now, with a little prayer and meditation. And I started committing myself to 5 minutes at first because I just could not stay focused, and it has extended itself. But those sets it sets the tone of your day. So with the vision board starting in January, we just want to set the tone of everybody sitting. Now we know that sometimes people don't stay focused. That's why we want you to keep these things in eyesight where you can stay focused. So is you stay focused. Put it in your bath. If you got to hang on your bathroom mirror, do that. I mean, wherever it is where you're gonna see it, but read it out loud to yourself and say, Keela, you gonna go big or go bold. Keela, you gonna eat well. Speak to yourself. If you can speak all those negative thoughts in your head, you definitely can speak some positive ones. And so my mother says our vision is to pay off our house in 2022 and lose some more weight. Okay, I'm here for it. I love to pay off debt. I cannot stand no debt. So I'm here for the off the debt and definitely lose some weight. So I can always lose weight. Period. So I guess that's gonna be the wrap up. I wanted to have a vision party, Vanessa Lynn. Oh yeah, you should have one too. Anybody who wanted to do it, it's just so good, and it's good. It's fun to sit and talk. Tanya, what were you about to say?
Oh no, I just want to ask people that decide to create a vision board, or if you have one, if you could please post them on our page. I don't know if you're going to ask that or not, but just as part of the challenge or just something that you want to do, because I'm going to finish mine when I go to Target and get some real glue, and I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna post it on your page because I didn't cut out all this stuff that you see cut out. I didn't do all this for nothing. So I'm ready for it. So I want you guys to
And
look for it.
hashtag all the way there podcast. We would love to
Yes.
see your vision boards. And
Yes.
before we wrap up, we had a person who shared, and I'm not even sure she's on today. She do normally watch, who shared the podcast at the end of and Crystal, anybody who is continually sharing our podcast, we really appreciate you. We do not want you to think that goes unappreciated. But Theodora came on, so she won the mystery gift. And whenever she gets the mystery gift, we're going to have her take a picture of it with it open, and then we're gonna share it. Thank you, Vanessa, for sharing it. We appreciate anybody who share our stuff. We really do. So we're gonna tag Theodora to let her know that she won the mystery gift, and then once she open it, we'll have her send a picture so she can share it with everybody else. So get your vision board, write your visions, make them plain, see the vision, read the vision out loud daily, and you can obtain all of these things. Now, we know that there are short-term goals and there are long-term goals, but either way, you guys are going to reach them. Um, that's pretty much it. Tanya's challenge was to, when you do your vision board, to post it and tag us, hashtag all the way there podcast. We appreciate Angel. Lana is in the background. We appreciate her being here too. And we will get them involved with doing something for the teens. I think we could do that.
Yes.
Well, I think we can do that. I like that idea. So everybody have an awesome week. Thank you for tuning in, and stay focused. That's
Yes.
the
Stay
word for the
focused
year.
and
And
believe
happy,
your vision. Believe it. Believe your vision.
believe your vision. We
Yeah.
like it. So have a good one, everybody. You guys are done. Angel, you stand by to the people.
Bye.
Thank you, Vanessa. Bye.
Bye.